in the next 48 hours. Prime Minister Modi sends another tough message to Pakistan, says it must walk away from terror if it wants to walk towards dialogue. Was speaking at the Raisina dialogue. A battle for Jayalalitha's legacy breaks out in the AIDMK. Jayalalitha's niece Deepa Jaykumar announces her political debut, promises to work for the people, says she cannot see anyone in Jayalalitha's place, virtually attacking Shashikala. She is our newsmaker tonight.
Will your aunt be happy with the decision of you entering politics?
I think if she were there, she would have liked this to happen.
A day after she was bullied by hardliners into apologizing for her achievements, Zaira Wasim gets overwhelming support from several celebrities, including Dangal co-star Amir Khan. He says, "We are all with you." The Congress now calls the Reserve Bank a captive puppet of the government, plans massive anti-demonetization protest tomorrow. Party workers will gear out 25 Reserve Bank offices across the country. From Kashmir to Sikkim, extreme cold conditions throw normal life out of gear. An avalanche warning issued in Srinagar. Exams postponed. Classes in Kashmir University suspended till 29th of January. Another big twist in the Sheena Bora murder case. Indrani Mukherjee now files for divorce from Peter Mukherjee on the day the CBI charges them with conspiracy and murder. The trial to start from the 1st of February. High drama at Hyderabad University. Protesters clashed with police during a march organized for Rohit Vemula on his first death anniversary. Protesters demand justice for the boy who ended his life last year. After nearly 3 years, hope fades for several families as Australia, Malaysia and China suspend MH370 underwater search. No trace of the Malaysian airline. That's right. Let's first turn, though, to our top story this evening. A day after outshining his father in political craftsmanship, Akhilesh Yadav has taken the next step by getting ready to stitch an alliance with Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party for the upcoming elections in Uttar Pradesh. The alliance looks similar to the Mahagathbandhan in Bihar that was forged to unite against Narendra Modi. The question is, has the fear of Mr. Modi compelled leaders in UP to join hands despite an acrimonious past?
Akhilesh finally gets his cycle and, as it happens, a pillion rider too. A deal is almost final between the Congress and the Samajwadi Party.
At this point of time, I am just confirming that the alliance between Samajwadi Party under the leadership of Mr. Akhilesh Singh and Congress Party is going to be there.
Sources tell India Today that out of 403 assembly seats, Samajwadi Party had agreed to give 103 seats to Congress. And out of 103 seats, 89 candidates will be from Congress and 14 from Samajwadi Party will fight on Congress symbol.
But history is unforgiving as much as politics is unpredictable. Both Akhilesh and Rahul have not shied away from taking pot shots at each other in the past, with Rahul even tearing SP's manifesto at a rally in 2012.
मैं तो ये कहूँगा कि राहुल जी बहुत अच्छे इंसान हैं, बहुत अच्छे लड़के हैं वो भी, और उत्तर प्रदेश में ज्यादा आना चाहिए और ज्यादा रहना चाहिए.
The divide runs deeper than that. In 1999, Mulayam Singh Yadav refused to back Sonia Gandhi's claim to form a government, forcing a mid-term election in the country. 8 years later, Sonia returned the favor by accusing Mulayam of causing anarchy in the state. The opposition is calling this alliance opportunism.
Swabhavika, it's a natural alliance of the people who are rejected and dejected and who made a new combination.
यह गठबंधन इस बात को साबित करता है कि समाजवादी पार्टी ने अपनी हार स्वीकार कर ली है।
It might seem like a marriage of convenience, but the fear of Modi is probably a glue good enough to ensure the marriage lasts. Bureau Report, India Today.
Joining me now is the former Delhi Chief Minister who at one stage was expected to be the Uttar Pradesh Chief Ministerial candidate of the Congress Party. Sheila Dikshit joins me. Ms. Dikshit, thank you very much for joining us. Tell me, now that the Congress and the Samajwadi Party have today officially said that they will go in for an alliance under Akhilesh Yadav's leadership, where does that leave you? Na ghar ka na ghat ka, if I may say so, ma'am.
ना आप कह दीजिए घर का ना घाट का, लेकिन मैंने पहले ही कह दिया था कि if this kind of a alliance takes place, I would like the younger person, Mr. Akhilesh Yadav, to be the Chief Minister, and I would like to step out of that position, out of that role.
But ma'am, isn't it embarrassing? Only 3 or 4 months ago, amidst much the confidence you were projected as the Congress's Chief Ministerial candidate, there was a lot of fanfare, and now suddenly it appears that you are no longer wanted and the Congress is ready to become a B team of Akhilesh Yadav.
No, it's not embarrassing at all. It's a requirement, and in politics whatever is required and whatever needs to be done for the moment should be done, and that is exactly what I did.
You don't feel unwanted tomorrow or used, ma'am, in some way, that you were made, as I once said when you were first announced as a Balika Bakra, that they have used you, used your image for a while. Now they don't need you, so you're dispensable.
No. No.
So you don't feel...
No. How can I feel unwanted in a party to which I belong and which I obey?
I mean, I know that you're saying you obey your party high command, but you don't think your party high command has treated you unfairly?
I did. No, because the party high command didn't ask me to resign or to step away from the position. I did it on my own because I thought I should do it as a good congressperson, as a committed congressperson.
So you are stepping away completely from this UP campaign? You will not be involved anymore? Is this your retirement moment?
No, I can't say that I will not be involved. Whatever the party would like me to do, I would be happy to do. And if not so, whatever, for me, what the party decides and what the party ordains is the final word. I don't have any ifs and buts about it.
But doesn't it reveal the limitations of the Congress party in UP? The fact that today you have to, as I call it, become the B team of Akhilesh Yadav, in sheer desperation for survival or to stop Mr. Modi in any which way, you have decided to tie up with Akhilesh Yadav. Doesn't that reveal the limitations of the Congress party? Prashant Kishore grandly saying we will contest all seats only 3 or 4 months ago. Now your main strategist is no longer there. Isn't it a revelation that the Congress party today is a very weak party in UP?
No, I would not say they. We are pandering towards what the situation requires. And what our aim is that communal forces should be kept out. And for that we have joined up with Akhilesh. And I don't think there is anything wrong with joining up with a personality or a party which thinks like we do. Well, this is the need of the hour and we can't pander to that. There's no point saying what we have done is wrong or that we are weak. We are not weak. We must be strong, because to have taken such a step, because we felt that the good of the Uttar Pradesh, that is to save it from any kind of communalism, that is why we did it. And I think it's a great thing that the Congress, the great decision that the Congress took, despite what you're saying.
Ma'am, you're saying it was done to stop communal forces, but you're tying up with a party that your leaders have often in Uttar Pradesh said is responsible for the Gunda Raj. That's the party that you are tying up with. You all have often said that the Samajwadi party is a party of criminals, of Bahubalis. Today,
No.
suddenly the Samajwadi Party is no longer your enemy. You're actually willing to tie up with it.
Please remember that the Samajwadi Party #1 has split, and we are joining the Akhilesh part of the split. Secondly, I must tell you that there is a difference between communalism and Gundaism. Communalism is something, you know, which is as a philosophy we do not believe in, and therefore I think all parties which do not believe in communal politics should get together at this point of time.
Why not concede, ma'am, that the Congress party, this formidable party machine, the party of Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi, all from Uttar Pradesh, today has to finally accept Akhilesh Yadav is the leader of UP. We are a B team. That's all that the Congress today is, a B team with one objective, somehow or the other, checkmate, stop Narendra Modi.
Rajdeep ji, we are not a B team, we are doing it collectively, and when you do something together, there is always give and take. There is somebody who may be a little more and somebody who may have a little less, but it does not mean that we become a B team or that we've written ourselves off. We are going ahead with this, and I'm sure that we will do well in the coming elections.
I'm going to leave it there, Sheila ji. The closest that you have come to announce on this program that this is the end of the road is to say that you will never actively seek a post again. But thank you very much for joining us. Okay, that was Sheila Dikshit speaking to me earlier today, but I want to bring in the big questions at the moment that this big political development raises today. Has the fear of Narendra Modi today united the Samajwadi Party and the Congress? Are the Samajwadi Party and the Congress simply now fighting for survival? Will such an alliance unite Muslims behind it? Is a Bihar model being attempted by the opposition? Those are some of the questions that we are raising this evening. I'm joined by Juhi Singh, the spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, of course, the Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson Congress, Sambit Patra, the National Spokesperson of the BJP, is also with us. Let me come straight to Abhishek Manu Singhvi. Sheila Dikshit was not willing to accept that you are the B team of Akhilesh Yadav, but why not accept that you are the C team? Because at the end of the day, you are reduced today to pillion riding on Akhilesh Yadav's cycle. It's time that the Congress accepted that you are a junior partner.
Let me answer you, Rajdeep, by two facets, the positive and the real. The positive is that this is a strategic adjustment for prevention of vote division, for the betterment of Uttar Pradesh, and because we believe that certain parties are not good for the health of that state. The reality equally, and I would be hypocritical, is to see that the Congress on its own cannot achieve those objects. Let's be frank. You know, this methodology of you asking me a provoking question and me practicing hypocrisy by saying no is also equally bad. So I won't be hypocritical. We know the number of seats we have. And yes, if you treat a party in power as being a much larger party, in that sense, you can say that we are a junior partner of the coalition.
So you are
but
the B team.
Rajdeep, is
so you are
equality.
at least finally you are admitting that you are a B team in Uttar Pradesh.
Look, that's
like
your
you were in
phraseology.
Bihar,
That's
or
your
a C team,
phraseology.
as I call it.
You will flash. You see, the problem with the media is the one-liners. Your flashers will start saying Singhvi accepts Congress as the B team. Now you are free to choose words you like. I am telling you the real answer and not brandishing words which get reduced to one-liners.
The real answer is that you fear Narendra Modi. The real answer is that your fear of Narendra Modi has led you to come together. This is your survival. You are doing it for survival.
Which means it is, well, I think it is always a fear of a party fighting elections which brings out the best of them. It must be the fear of Narendra Modi that he tied up with small parties like Apna Dal. It must be the fear of Narendra Modi's erstwhile, the party at that time, the BJP, which tied up with the Janata Dal, whom they were abusing in 1977. So the point is not fear. The point is there is a commonality of views, certainly the Samajwadis and the Congress are far closer generally than the BJP and the BSP were when they were an alliance. So let's not forget that, and let us consider one simple fact, that there is a very great fear genuinely in the BJP now that one major possible vote division is being precluded.
Let me take that to Sambit Patra.
A vote division is the crucial object of this alliance, a prevention of vote division. And that is what is causing fear and genuine apprehension in other parties.
Sambit Patra, are you fearful of this alliance? Abhishek Manu Singhvi says you are fearful, you are terrified, if I may use the word, that Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi have decided to tie up.
Now, since the first question of yours revolves around this word terrified and fearful, let me come and decipher as to who is fearful and terrified. Now, you rightly pointed out, Rajdeep, that in fact in the history of Indian polity, the Congress party always occupied the center stage, and there were times when other parties would go and form coalition with the Congress as the main party. Today, the Congress has been reneged into. In fact, it has become such a side actor that in fact all this only speaks of the fact that they are fearful of losing their credentials, and that's the reason as to why they even accept to become the B team and the C team. As far as the fear of Samajwadi Party is concerned, look, if the Samajwadi Party, as they have been claiming, has worked all these years for development of Uttar Pradesh, then today's statement of coalition with the Congress is nothing but a no confidence in their own action, no confidence in their own claims that they have worked for the development. Because if they really would have worked for the development, this no confidence would not have been visible. They should not have needed a crutch of the Congress to fight the election. They would have
Dr. Patra, elections are about arithmetic. I want to flash the figures. I will put out the figures of the Samajwadi Party and the Congress. In 2012, the Samajwadi Party got 28% of the vote, the Congress got 8%. I'm not saying that those will necessarily translate in the same way in 2017, but if you add the votes of the Samajwadi Party and you add the 8% of the Congress at over 30%, I'm showing those figures at the moment of vote share, you will be struggling for the first time. Let's be clear, Mr. Patra, this is not what you wanted. Why not accept that you now face a challenge? Akhilesh Yadav, Rahul Gandhi and possibly Ajit Singh coming together means a Mahagathbandhan against you. And in Bihar, the Mahagathbandhan went against you.
Give me some time and I will in fact decipher the whole arithmetic as well, because this needs to be a scientific talk. We need to segregate what was in Bihar and what is happening in Uttar Pradesh. Remember, this is not a Mahagathbandhan. By definition, Mahagathbandhan is one when two political parties or three political parties which had been contesting against each other over a period of 15 years, they come together like the JDU and RJD, that becomes a Mahagathbandhan. Here the Samajwadi Party and the BSP have not come together. In fact, old friends. Remember, SP and the Congress are old friends. They not only supported each other during the UPA times, but remember the Samajwadi Party did not even field candidates against Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi in 2014. So they were friends. They're only out of the closet today. They're only out of the wheel today to grudge against the Bharatiya Janata Party.
So you don't think UP will go the Bihar way? You don't think UP will go the Bihar way? You're sanguine about your prospects. You're not worried at all. You're not fearful. Not at all. See, because everything in politics and election is about arithmetic. The arithmetic that you showed of 2012, in that also, if the Samajwadi Party, which was the winner then, and the Congress come together, they are not quite ahead of us. Remember the 2014 votes, that the vote percentage, 42.8% of the vote was what the Bharatiya Janata Party won. Samajwadi Party and BSP, the two main players of Uttar Pradesh, coming together, they got 42.2% of vote. Leave aside Congress, they almost got nothing. So compared to this, it's clear that even if all of them come together, they do not come. Yes, you make an interesting point.
Arithmetically also to Bharatiya Janata Party.
You make an interesting point. You're saying a real Mahagathbandhan would have been only if Akhilesh Yadav and Mayawati come together. That would make you feel fearful. Juhi Singh.
That is a cephalogical point.
That's a cephalogical point. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, you quickly want to respond? You want to quickly respond before I go to Juhi Singh? The point being made is the Congress is a non-player in UP. The real alliance would have been if you also had Mayawati. That would be a Mahagathbandhan.
No, let me just make two short points. One is we can all have self-serving definitions, which are like Alice in Wonderland, we can keep on defining according to what we want. Which dictionary says that only if the BJP and the Congress get together, there is a Mahagathbandhan? Which dictionary says that if only BSP and we get together, there is Mahagathbandhan? The Congress fights all 400 seats. It is joining up with the SP and with Ajit Singh that really makes it a Mahagathbandhan, barring only two parties, BJP and BSP.
But the BSP has a large 20% plus vote. Without the BSP,
answered
without the BSP, your vote will continue getting split.
By that, one sec, please, Rajdeep, allow me to finish.
Yes.
If by that definition, the BJP has an even larger percentage, there will be no Mahagathbandhan unless somebody ties up with BJP. That is no definition. The second way in which the question is answered is by a sleight of hand. The second way it is answered is by comparing 2014 with 2017 and fudging the direct question you asked about 2012. Assembly polls, apples have to be compared with apples, not apples with oranges.
Okay.
So on the apple-to-apple comparison of 2012 to 17, the BJP has every cause to be worried. And remember, there is a synergy now.
Are you, okay, once more before I come to Juhi Singh, I want to get you Sambit Patra on that. You don't have a face. The BJP doesn't have a chief ministerial face. Samajwadi Party Congress alliance will have Akhilesh as its face. We saw in Bihar, when Nitish Kumar was a face, it worked against you because the opposition was clearly able to project a chief ministerial candidate. Does it worry you now? Will it mean a change in strategy or not?
See, Rajdeep, I again say that you have to divorce this situation in Uttar Pradesh from that in Bihar. Because Bihar was a Mahagathbandhan where all the political parties had come together. Lalu Prasad Yadav was disqualified. Remember, yes. Lalu Prasad Yadav was disqualified. That is the reason as to why that could happen, because Indian politicians can hardly keep their ego under wrap. Lalu thought that he has no other way other than this Mahagathbandhan to park the future of his children, that he went for a Mahagathbandhan. Over here, that scenario is not possible also. Secondly, as far as no chief ministerial face is concerned, let me tell you, the same question was asked to us when we were contesting Maharashtra, when we were contesting Haryana, when we were contesting Jharkhand. But we have chief ministers there who have in fact performed in the best manners compared to the previous chief ministers of the state. So that is not the case. The third thing, as far as the career issue is concerned, all I want to ask Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, Mr. Singhvi ji, 27 saal UP Behal was the catchphrase that was coined by none other than Mr. Rahul Gandhi the opening day he started his rally in Uttar Pradesh. Was he speaking the truth then, or is he speaking the truth now? 27 saal you included the phase of Samajwadi Party as well.
Very good point. Very good point again, because Abhishek Manu Singhvi 4 months ago, exactly the point that Sambit Patra made. 27 saal UP Behal was Rahul Gandhi's slogan in his Kisan Yatra. He was targeting the Samajwadi Party and the BSP. 4 months later, the Congress has had to eat humble pie and turn to Akhilesh. Is that not a revelation of Rahul's limitations? Rahul Gandhi cannot win you UP, so you are pillion riding with Akhilesh Yadav. That is the reality.
Look, I just Rajdeep, I'll beg you to give me at least a minute or minute and a half. I'll answer the question fully.
Yes.
Let us be clear. No coalition is done out of desire. None, anywhere in the world, in India. Coalitions by definition are compromises. Everybody likes to fight on its own. But over time, as you find that fighting on your own leads to a needless vote division, A, not benefiting either SP or Congress,
yes.
and B, usually benefiting BJP, you do the coalition on principle, although it's not the number one option. So that is the reality of coalition. Secondly, the 27 saal Behal was certainly inclusive of the SP, but it was equally inclusive of the BJP.
Can I just for a moment?
BSP.
Can I just for a moment, Mr. Dr. Singhvi?
The important point Rahul Gandhi was driving home that message was that today's, one sec. Today the real point was a generational change. The under 35 age group would hardly have seen the Congress in power in UP, because it's been out of power for 27 years. And therefore the Congress was in fact emphasizing the fact that as far as the Congress is concerned, it has no baggage of the recent past. And it is that same slogan which will help us in the over 100 or whatever seats we try to aim to get to fight the election. Now, that's a very good combination, because there is certainly an anti-incumbency against the SP, partly. That anti-incumbency will be taken care of by strategic placement of Congress seats.
You know, you are a wonderful lawyer, Dr. Singhvi.
Genuinely,
Dr. Singhvi, you are a wonderful lawyer because you are fighting a case.
That's all there is to it.
With a remarkable logic. You have given me remarkable logic, but Juhi Singh...
I don't invent facts.
1 minute. Juhi Singh, are you ready to compromise in a way with the Congress party, a party which in the past has been critical of your leadership, which has once called you a party of Bahubalis? Today you are tying up with a Rahul Gandhi. Is it about survival? The one-point agenda is, how do we stop Narendra Modi? Let's be honest, that is what this alliance is about. Stopping Narendra Modi at all costs. It's not about principles.
But Rajiv, Rajiv, Narendra Modi is not here as the Chief Minister of UP. They are fighting on organization, and I have to tell Sambit where he gets these definitions of Mahabharata, he must be cooking them every day. Secondly, we have very strong CM faces in UP, so this is not the same story as Maharashtra. No, I understand. I will read. I will ask you and I will read, but this is certainly not the definition of Mahagathbandhan. The second thing is, if two parties want to get into alliance or three parties want to get into alliance, it's their issue. They will decide a common minimum program. If somebody has been critical to our leadership, yeah, they are working with us now, we'll change it. So it's a positive attitude, and
it's about survival, ma'am.
It's a requirement.
Ma'am, it's about survival.
You can put whatever word. No, you can put whatever word you want to it. I mean, we don't think it's about survival, but we are not going to back out of it just because you call it survival. It's the need of the day, and we are going ahead with it.
It's the need of the day. Sambit Patra, somewhere, you know, you seem as always pleased as Punch. On most programs, when you come, you are smiling. It's good to have that positive attitude. But is there a nervousness? Let's be honest, the first sign of nervousness, the fact that Akhilesh Yadav got the cycle symbol yesterday, now is tying up with the Congress. Somewhere are you worried? Because if you don't win Uttar Pradesh, the knives will be out for your leadership.
Rajdeep, remember, as far as nervousness is concerned, the ones who are not corrupt, the ones who are not embroiled in scam need never be nervous. And I would quote the words of Mahatma Gandhi in Hindi, what he said, "Sach pareshan ho sakta hai, sach kabhi harta nahi hai." And we are not even pareshan, we are not even nervous. As far as nervousness is concerned,
you are just
this so-called
conceited and you have such arrogance.
Can I?
Yes.
No, madam,
I'm not arrogant.
Am I shouting?
Self-confidence. Of course you are.
Rajdeep, am I shouting? Did I shout? Am I sounding arrogant?
Oh, you can shout.
Madam,
I have
I'm not
to intervene here.
Whether you are arrogant or not, we'll leave the viewers to decide, Sambit. But the simple question is...
Yes, exactly. Let the viewers decide.
Is this election about Modi versus all now? It is somewhere Modi versus all.
See, the irony is right from 2014, it's always this way, in the sense that the media and the opposition has always been saying it is the test of Mr. Narendra Modi. How many times do you think Mr. Modi has to give this test? He has passed this test not only with distinction, but first class first in 2014 itself. So don't always say that it is just the test of Mr. Narendra Modi. He is working for the country. See, elections will come and go. The prime agenda of election has to be what will be delivered after the election. I'll just give you a short example and I'll end my vakya.
Yes.
The number one, I'll give you a data. Approximately 1,536 villages were unelectrified up till 2014. Only 3 villages were electrified between 2012 and 2014 in Uttar Pradesh. When we came into power in 2014, in 2 years, Madam, I was not speaking. Please allow me. Between 2 years, 2014 and 16, the Bharatiya Janata Party central government. I'll define electricity also, but please allow me to complete.
Yes, please.
Within 2 years, that in 2014 and 2014 and 2016, the Bharatiya Janata Party central government electrified 1436 villages. Almost 94.6% was a strike rate. So this is the kind of work we do. But the irony is all these political parties through Gathbandhan and others as well, BSP as well, they are talking of how should we divide the Muslim vote? How do we get the Muslim vote? It is all about polarizing and communalizing the election. It is all about using the Muslims as a vote bank as a football.
The BJP is not at all interested in consolidating the Hindu vote. You believe this Gathbandhan has been formed to consolidate the Muslim vote.
Rajdeep, this is rich.
And he said it.
Okay.
No, Rajdeep, you would agree to.
Abhishek Manu Singhvi.
You would agree to it. Mayawati comes out, holds a press conference.
Madam, one by one, I will give a final word to you, Abhishek Manu Singhvi, because a serious charge has been made by Sambit Patra. He says this alliance has been formed.
I have a song for you also, so allow me a song.
1 minute. He says this alliance has been formed with the sole purpose of consolidating the Muslim vote. Quick response and then I'll end it. That's your one-point agenda. Stop Modi, consolidate by consolidating the Muslim vote.
Rajdeep, I think this is your amazing signpost for the whole program. This is truly rich. It is much worse than Ulta Chor Kotwal Ko Dante.
Yes.
When the BJP talks of polarization, I think we can go through the roof laughing. The Sangeet Soms, the Katyars, the Mahants, the Muradabads, the issues. I mean, I can't even count. And with a straight face, my friend there is talking of polarization with the Ayodhya Yatras, with Advani ji onwards, with the Ayodhya criminal case. Let me tell you, Rajdeep, that I have no doubt that if the BJP's internal surveys show, as they are going to show shortly, that this Gathbandhan between me and SP is going to prevent vote division, I can wager a bet that you will have diverse forms of polarization arising from the BJP in the next 2 weeks. And this is a party richly talking of polarization. I can't believe it.
So you say they have no right to talk about polarization. Sambit Patra claims this alliance has been formed to consolidate the Muslim vote.
That's an apprehension, and that's a certainty.
Just a few words, Rajdeep.
Okay, I only have 15 seconds, Dr. Patra.
That's an
Please keep it short.
And that's a fear, but it's also a certainty.
Dr. Patra, keep it short and sweet.
Mr. Abhishek? Mr. Abhishek, since Rajdeep always tweets a song before he retires to the bed, and to you I have this song which I know Rajdeep would tweet tonight. You know, most of the Congress Karyakarta after this election would be singing for Rahul Gandhi, Ye kahan aa gaye hum yu hi Rahul ke saath chalte chalte. Just imagine from where
Songs
to where.
Songs will not replace reality and hard facts.
This is not even witty.
This is not even witty. Ye kahan aa gaye hum Rahul ke saath chalte chalte. Some will also ask, the opposition may well ask, ye kahan aa gaye hum Narendra Modi ke saath chalte chalte. Forget the songs. Forget the songs. Let's leave it today. Let's leave it. Let's leave it.
राजदीप, ये अहंकार है 2 साल का. इससे पहले 10 साल तक नरेंद्र मोदी के साथ बाहर थे. अब 2 साल का अहंकार देखो.
डिबेट में थोड़ा मुस्कुरा भी लीजिए. हर चीज को अहंकार मत करिए सर.
2 साल का अहंकार है ये.
Chaliye, let's leave it there, sir. Let's leave it. At the end of the day, the voters in UP now really have a real choice, some would say. And don't forget, the X factor that we didn't mention is Mayawati. There's Mayawati now, there will be a Congress-SP alliance, and there will be the Modi-led BJP. The UP dangal is about to begin. Let's take a break, because coming up next is another dangal that's taking place, because a legacy war has broken out in the AI